everyone, welcome to MathPad. I am Ma'am Annabelle, your math teacher for today. And for this episode, we're going to discuss about division of polynomials. And after going through this lesson, you are expected to first divide polynomials using long division method and divide polynomials using synthetic division. Okay, we will also be discussing the remainder theorem and the factor theorem. Okay, now, before we start, let us first review some laws of exponents. Okay, so example, if we have x raised to m times x raised to n, so anong napansin natin sa base? Parehas sila, di ba? So, kapag parehas ang base, we copy the base. Then, we add the exponent. Okay. M plus n. Example, if we have x raised to 5 times x raised to 2, so we copy the base, x, and then add the exponent, 5 plus 2, or x raised to 7. Another example, if we have x raised to m over x raised to n, so or x raised to m divided by x raised to n. Again, since same ang ating base, we copy the base, but in division, we subtract the exponent. Therefore, we have m minus n. Example, if we have x raised to 5 divided by x raised to 2, so we copy the base, x, and then subtract the exponent, 5 minus 2, or that's x raised to 3. Another law is if we have x raised to 0. So any number or variable raised to 0 that is equal to 1. Okay. Now, these are some laws of exponent that we're going to use in dividing polynomials using long division method. Now, let us have an example. Example number 1, divide 3x cubed plus 19x minus 10 plus 6x squared by x plus 3. So the first step is you have to check if the given polynomials are written in standard form. So the dividend, paano natin malalaman kung naka-standard form siya? So the terms must be arranged in decreasing power. When we say decreasing power, mula sa may pinakamataas na exponent, no? So kung 3 yan, kasunod niya dapat ito, kasi siya yung ma-exponent na 2. Then yung ma-exponent na 1. And then last yung constant. Same with our divisor. It should be written in standard form. Now, in this case, our dividend is not yet written in standard form. So, we have to arrange first the terms. Okay? Okay, so we have, ang una dapat is yung 3x cubed. Tama? It should be followed by 6x squared. Next is 19x. And then, lastly is yung ating constant. Okay. If ever there is a missing term, you have to replace the missing term with a term with 0 coefficient. Okay? But since wala naman tayong missing term dito, hindi natin gagawin yung procedure na yon. Okay? Then, next is, okay, parang nagdi-divide lang tayo nung kagaya ng ginagawa natin nung elementary, di ba? Ang pagkakaiba lang dito, may variables tayo. Okay, then we copy the divisor here. Okay, we have x plus 3. Now, so ang gagawin natin kasunod, okay, we're going to divide the first term of our dividend by the first term of our divisor. So, yung 3x cubed, i-divide natin ng x. Okay? So, 3x cubed divided by x. So, since wala naman siyang numerical coefficient, we just copy here yung 3. Kasi 3 divided by 1 is 3. And then, same base, applying the law of exponent, we copy the base and then subtract the exponent. Now, 3 minus 1 is 2. So, that will be raised to 2. Okay? And then, anong kasunod? We multiply 3x squared by the divisor. So, i-multiply natin. So, 3x squared times x is 3x cubed. 3x cubed na, diba? Kasi 2 plus 1 is 3. Then, multiply again, 3x squared times 3. So, that's equal to 9x squared. Diba? 9x squared. Then, diba yung procedure natin dito is we have to subtract. Tama? And in subtraction, we change the sign of our subtrahend and then follow the rule in addition. Okay? So, therefore, yung positive natin kanina na 3 dito, this will become negative 3. And then, yung 9 natin dito na positive, magiging din siyang negative. And then, yung minus, gagawin na natin siyang plus. Okay? Now, next is add. Since this is positive 3 and negative 3, 0 na to. Diba? 0 na yon. Then, dito naman, 6 plus negative 9. Since magkaiba yung ating sign, we have to subtract and copy the sign of the larger number. 9 is larger than 6. Therefore, we have negative 3 here. And then copy x squared. And then bring down 19x. Okay? Then again, divide this by the first term of our divisor. Now, negative 3x squared divided by x, that is negative 3. And then x, 2 minus 1 is 1. So, no need to write 1 here. Then, again, multiply negative 3x times x, that's negative 3x squared. Then, negative 3x times 3, that's negative 9x. Okay? Then, subtract, right? Now, again, we change the sign of our subtrahend and then follow the rule in addition. So, yung negative natin dito, magiging itong positive, di ba? And then, yung negative dito again, magiging positive. And then, magiging na tayong plus dito. Okay? And then, negative 3 plus 3, again, this is 0. Then, 19 plus 9, so we have 28. And then, copy x. Then, bring down negative 10. Now, 28x divided by x, that's 28. Tama? 28. Then, 28 times x is 28x. Then, 28 times 3, that's 84. Positive. 84. Okay. Then, subtract. Now, just like what we did, i-change natin yung sign, diba? Yung 28, gagawin nating negative. Itong 84, gagawin nating negative. And then, plus na tayo. Okay? And then, 28x plus negative 28x, this is 0. Then, negative 10 plus negative 84, parehas na yung sign niya. So, we just add and then copy the sign. Now, is negative 94 divisible by x? Kaya pa ba? So, hindi na, diba? At ang palatandaan natin dito, tingnan nyo yung ating quotient, diba? Nag-start siya sa 2, dapat decreasing power din. So, 2, 1, and then kapag constant na, palatandaan na yun, natapos na tayo dito. Okay? And itong negative 94, ito yung ating remainder. Now, the next step is yung pagsulat ng quotient. So, paano natin isusulat yung quotient? You have to follow this format. Okay? Ang una, isulat natin ang ating divisor. So, ang ating divisor is 3x cubed. Yung naka-standard form na plus 6x squared plus 19x minus 10. Then, divided by yung ating divisor, x plus 3. And that is equal to, isulat yung ating quotient, 3x squared minus 3x, then plus 28. And then, we add our remainder. So, plus, ang remainder natin ay negative 94, and then over the divisor, x plus 3. Okay? So again, how do we write the quotient? Una, yung ating dividend, diba? Then yung ating divisor, that is equal to our quotient. Yan. Then plus remainder over the divisor. Okay. Now let us have another example. Now in this example, x raised to 4 minus 5 plus x squared divided by x minus 5. Again, the first step, we have to check if the given polynomials are written in standard form. So the dividend is not yet written in standard form. So we have to rewrite this. Our divisor is already in standard form. Now, let us rewrite our dividend in standard form. So we have here x raised to 4. Then, dapat decreasing power, di ba? Ang kasunod niya dapat yung may 3 na exponent. But since wala, we have to replace the missing term with a term with 0 coefficient. Okay? So, that's 0x cubed. Then, next ay yung ma-exponent na 3. So, that's x squared. Then, kasunod, yung ma-exponent na 1. Again, wala. So, we have to replace that with a term with a 0 coefficient. So, that's 0x. And then, minus 5. Okay? And then, again, and sorry, hindi tuwid. And then, copy our divisor here, x minus 5. Now, divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. So, x raised to 4 divided by x, applying the law of exponents, that is x raised to 3. Kasi 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay? Next, multiply. X raised to 3 times x, that's x raised to 4. And then x raised to 3 times negative 5, that's negative 5x cubed. Tama? And then, we have to change the sign again of our subtrahend. So, yung x raised to 4, this will be negative. Negative 5 will be positive. And then, we add. Okay? Now, x raised to 4 plus negative x raised to 4 is 0. Okay, 0 na to. Then, 0 x cubed plus 5x cubed is 5x cubed. Diba? 0 plus 5 is 5. Then, bring down x squared. Now, 5x cubed divided by x. And that is correct. That is 5x squared. Tama? And then, multiply. 5x squared times x, that's 5x cubed. Then, 5x squared times negative 5, that's negative 25x squared. Okay. 5 times negative 5 is negative 25, and then we copy x squared. So, again, change the sign of our subtrahend. So, yung 5 dito, this will be negative. Yan. And yung 25 dito, that will be positive. And then we add. Okay? Now, cancel this kasi 0 na siya. Then, we have 1 here. Tandaan na, magkaiba ang 0x cubed sa x squared. Okay? Kasi dito, 0 ang coefficient. Kapag wala tayong nakalagay, that means may 1 tayo dito. So, 1 plus 25, that is 26. And then copy x squared. Then bring down 0x. Then divide. 26x squared divided by x, that is equal to 26x. Tama? Kasi 2 minus 1 is 1. Then 26x times x, that's 26. Sorry. Ayan. Hindi sumusulat. Wait lang. Okay, so that's 26. Then x squared. Then 26x times negative 5, that's negative 130x. Okay. And then, again, we have to change the sign of our subtrahend. So this will be negative. This will be positive. Okay, then add. Now, 26x x squared plus negative 26x squared is 0. Then here, 0 plus 130 is 130x. Tama? Then bring down negative 5. Now, 130x divided by x is equal to 130, right? Then, 130 times x, that is equal to 130x. Then, 130 times negative 5, that's negative 650. Then, again, we change the sign of our subtrahend. This will be negative, and this will be positive, and then we add. Okay? Now, 130x plus negative 130x is 0. Then negative 5 plus 650, unlike sign, we have to subtract. So that is equal to 645. Since 650 is larger than 5, this one will be positive. And this is our remainder. Okay? So check natin, di ba? We start from 3, 2, then 1, then constant. Now, how do we write our quotient? So again, we write our dividend. So sana magkasya dito, no? So we have x raised to 4. So hindi nyo na kailangang isama yung may 0, no? Plus x squared. So hindi na ulit kasama yung may 0. Then minus 5 over our divisor is x minus 5. So, mas maganda kung dito nyo siya isusulat, no, sa katabi. But since kulang tayo ng space, pwede natin gamitin dito. That's equal to, we write our quotient, x cubed plus 5x squared plus 26x, then plus 130. Then, yung ating remainder, 645 over x minus 5. And that's it. So again, this is our dividend. Then, this is our divisor. Then, ito hanggang 130 ay ating quotient. Yan. Then, we add our remainder over the divisor. So, that's the long method. Now, another way of dividing polynomial is using the synthetic division. Now, it is a bit easier, no? Mas madali siya kumpara sa long method. Ang kailangan nyo lang tandaan dito, kailangan careful tayo pagdating sa mga signs. Okay? Kasi kapag nagkamali na tayo sa sign, okay, sa rule ng sign numbers, mamamali na tayo ng sagot. Okay? So, pero kagaya sa long method, ang unang step, we have to check the given polynomials. No? Dapat nakasulat sila sa standard form. At kapag may missing term, i-replace natin by 0. So, as you can see, our example number 1 in synthetic division is just the same as what we have solved in example number 1 using the long division method. So, again, we have to rewrite the given polynomial in standard form. So, ang una is 3x cubed. Diba? So, 3, kasunod dapat yung may exponent na 2. Okay? Then next, yung may exponent na 1, and that's 19x. And then we have negative 10. Okay. Now, our divisor is already written in standard form, but we have to express this in x minus c form. Ano ibig sabihin ng x minus c form? C stands for the constant. Kailangan minus yung operation natin kasi ang kukunin lang natin ay yung value ng c. Ang kailangan natin yung value ng c. Okay? So, yun ang kukunin natin. Now, paano natin isusulat sa x minus c form? So, that will be that's x minus negative 3. Diba? Kasi negative times negative is positive. Okay? So, therefore, yung value ng c natin dito is negative 3. Okay? So, after identifying the value of c, So, pwede na tayo mag-proceed sa ating division. So, ang kasunod natin na step is to write down or to list down all the numerical coefficient in one row. Okay? So, lahat ng mga numerical coefficient isusulat natin sa isang row. So, we have here, the first one is 3. Then, next is 6. Next is 19. Next is negative 10. And then, yung C natin, isusulat natin dito. So, yung negative 3. So, actually, hindi nyo na kailangan ipakita yung solution na to. Okay? Kapag nakita nyo na plus tayo dito, ibig sabihin negative 3. Okay? Kapag minus ang operation, positive 3. Okay? So, kahit hindi na natin ipakita yung solution na ganito. Okay? Now, so, next is to add. Ang gagawin natin dito sa column, i-add natin yan. So, dito, since wala siyang katapat, 3 lang to. Then, multiply 3 dun sa negative 3. So, that's negative 9. Okay, then add 6 plus negative 9 is negative 3. So, again, you have to be careful with signs. Okay, unlike sign yan, we have to subtract. The negative 3 times negative 3, that's positive 9. Then add. So, 19 plus 9, that's 28. Then 28 times negative 3, that's negative 84. And then add, that's negative 94. Okay? Ulit. Ibinaba yung una. Diba? Then minultiply. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Then nag-add tayo. Diba? Then multiply again para makuha yung 9. And then add ulit. Pababa. Then multiply para makuha yung negative 84. Then add pababa. Okay. So, yung last number dito, that's our remainder. Okay. Ito yung ating remainder. Now, how do we write our quotient? Again, we have to write our dividend. That's 3x cubed plus 6x squared plus 19x minus 10 over our divisor is x plus 3. So, how do we write our quotient? Ito yung coefficient ng ating quotient. Okay? So, 3. Now, paano ang exponent ng x? So, 3 tayo dito, di ba? Minus 1. So, that's 2. And then, decreasing power na siya. So, negative 3. So, we have x raised to 1. So, no need to write 1. Then, plus 28. 28 is constant na yun. Kasi remainder natin to, we have to add negative 94 over x plus 3. And that's it. Okay? Now, let us have another example. If you're going to compare this with our answer in number 1, sa long method, same lang tayo. No? Same lang ng nakuha ang sagot. Okay, let us have example number 2. So, again, we have to rewrite the polynomials in a standard form, replacing the missing term with zero coefficients. So, we have x raised to 4 here. Then, it should be followed by 0x cubed. Then, plus x squared plus 0x, then minus 5. And here, x minus 5 tayo. So, ibig sabihin, ang c natin ay tama. That's positive 5. Okay? Because it's already written in x minus c form. Now, again, list down all the numerical coefficients. So, here we have 1. Then, we have 0. Then, we have 1. Then, again, 0. And then, we have negative 5. And for the value of c, we have here 5. Then, bring down the first coefficient. So, 1 times 5 is 5. Plus 0, that's 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Plus 1 is 26. 26 times 5 is 130. Plus 0 is 130. 130 times 5 is 650. Plus negative 5, that's 645. That's it. Okay? Now, let us write the quotient. So, dividend first, x raised to 4. Then, plus x squared minus 5 over the divisor, x minus 5. And that's equal to, so 1 here. So, hindi na natin nilalagay yung 1 na coefficient. We just write x. Then, 4 minus 1 is 3. Diba? Then, decreasing power tayo. So, we have 5. Kung 3 yun, next ay yung 2. Then, we have 26 here. And then, x. So, 2 kasunod ay 1. No need to write 1. And so, of course, the next one is a constant. Then, plus, remainder 645 over our divisor is x minus 5. And that's it. Okay? So, yun yung dalawang method natin ng pagdi-divide ng polynomial. So, you can use the long division method or the synthetic division. Okay. Now, for your reflection, this is written in your learning task number 4. How would you compare the two methods? What are their similarities and differences? So, i-compare nyo raw yung dalawa, long method and yung synthetic division. So, ano yung pagkakatulad nila? Ano rin yung pagkakaiba? Another question is, what new realizations do you have after performing division of polynomials using the two methods? And how would you connect this to real life? How would you use this in making decisions? So, these are the questions that you have to answer for your reflection activity. Now, let us proceed with another topic, which is about the remainder theorem. Okay, so according to this theorem, if the polynomial p of x is divided by x minus c, then the remainder is p of c. So, ano ibig sabihin nito at bakit natin gagamitan or kailangan pang gamitin yung remainder theorem? So, kapag halimbawa ang tanong lang sa inyo is, what is the remainder if that polynomial is divided by this binomial? So, kung ang hinahanap lang or ang tinatanong lang sa inyo ay remainder, kahit hindi nyo nagawin yung long method o yung synthetic division. Kasi, kailangan nyo lang i-apply yung concept ng remainder theorem. Now, let us have an example. If we have a polynomial or p of x, okay, is equal to x cubed plus 4x squared plus 3x minus 2, and our divisor is x minus 3. Now, the question is, what is the remainder when this polynomial is divided by x minus 3. So, again, we have to find c. Baka yung ginawa natin kanina. So, ang c natin dito is 3, right? So, to find the remainder, we have to determine the value of p of 3. What does it mean? You have to replace all the x's here by 3. Okay? Meaning, yung x dito, papalitan ng 3, then raised to 3, plus 4, and then yung x again, papalitan ng 3, then raised to 2, then plus 3, times 3 again, minus 2. Okay? Next, what is 3 raised to 3? That is equal to 27. Tama? Then 3 raised to 2 is 9. Use the PEMDAS rule. So, ito muna dapat ang ito-solve. 3 raised to 2 is 3 times 3 or 9 times 4, that is equal to 36. Plus 3 times 3 is 9 minus 2. Then add 27 plus 36 plus 9 and then minus 2. So, that is equal to 70. Okay? So, P of 3 is equal to 70. Therefore, our remainder is 70. Let us check if our answer is correct using synthetic division. Tingnan natin kung tama, okay? So, paano na nga tayo nag-divide? Gamit ang synthetic division, we list down all the coefficients. So, check natin kung kompleto. We have 3, 2, 1. So, kompleto, di ba? So, i-list down natin lahat ng coefficient niya. So, ito ay 1. Ito ay 4. Next ay 3. Next ay negative 2. And then ang c natin is 3. Okay? Then bring down 1 here. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 times 3, plus 3, sorry, is 24. 24 times 3 is 72. Then minus 2 is 70. So correct. Our remainder is 70. Now, let us have another example. Okay. Let us have another example. Use the remainder theorem to find the remainder of, wait lang. Example number 2. If we have x raised to 4 minus x cubed plus, sorry, agahang. Ayan, ayaw sumulat. Okay. Wait lang ha, ayaw lang kasing sumulat. Okay, so again, x raised to 4 minus x cubed plus 2. Yan, divided by x plus 2. So we're going to find the remainder when this polynomial is divided by x plus 2. So ilipat lang natin yung minus, no, kasi masyadong mababa. Naghahang lang yung ating window. Okay. So, kailangan maganda yung pagkakasulat na kasi mukha siyang underscore, no? Yan. Nagmukha siyang underscore. So, let us just wait for it to respond. Okay. So, medyo delay yung respond niya, no? Okay. So, hindi nagre-respond yung aking pangsulat. Wait lang. Okay, so this should be minus. Okay. Now, again, to find the remainder, we have to write here. Okay, pasensya na, ginamit ko na yung mouse, no? P of, the value of C here is negative 2. Yan. Mouse yung gamit ko, guys. So, medyo mahirap magsulat, no? Okay. Hindi kasi gumagana. Wait lang. Let me just fix it. Okay. Yan. Okay. Okay na. So, P of negative 2. So, that means to say, yung ating x dito, papalitan natin ng negative 2. So, that's negative 2 raised to 4. Then, minus, again, yung x dito, papalitan natin ng negative 2. Then, raised to 3 plus 2. So, what is negative 2 raised to 4? So, that's negative 2. You have to multiply negative 2 4 times by itself. Okay? And that's equal to 16. Positive na. Okay? So, that's positive 16. Then, minus negative 2 raised to 3. That's negative 8. Okay? And then, plus 2. So, we have here 16, negative and negative. That will be positive 8. Then plus 2. So, what is 16? Plus 8 plus 2. Correct. That's 26. So, meaning, P of negative 2 is 26. Therefore, the remainder is 26. Okay? Remainder is 26. Right. Now, let us have another example. Isa pa. If we have example number 3, if we have a polynomial x raised to 4 minus 3x cubed plus 4x squared minus 6x plus 4. And then the divisor is x minus 2. So our polynomial is x raised to 4 minus 3x cubed plus 4x squared minus 6x plus 4. So the value of c here is 2, positive 2, right? So we're going to find p of 2 by replacing all the x's by 2. So we have here 3 times 2, then raised to 3, plus 4 times 2 raised to 2, minus 6 times 2 plus 4. Okay, now 2 raised to 4, that's 16, minus 3 times 2 raised to 3 is 8, plus 4 times 2 raised to 2 is 4, minus 6 times 2 is 12, plus 4. Then 16 minus 3 times 8 is 24, plus 4 times 4 is 16, minus 12, plus 4. So, you just add, or pwede nyo pagsama-samahin muna yung mga positive, pero pwede na dire-diretso rin, okay? 16 minus 24 is negative 8, plus 16 is 8, minus 12 is negative 4, plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so meaning p of 2 is equal to 0. And when our remainder is 0, diba? That means our remainder is 0. Okay, so kapag 0 ito, remainder natin ay 0. Okay, we have no remainder. Now, let us have another one, factor theorem. Now, actually, this one is related to what we have in example number 3. So, according to factor theorem, if our remainder is 0, then x minus c is a factor of p of x. Now, if we're going to take a look at example number 3, since our remainder is 0, we can conclude that x minus 2 is a factor of x raised to 4 minus 3x cubed plus 4x squared minus 6x plus 4. Okay? Now, let us have another example for this. So, the question here is, you have to show that x minus 1 is a factor of 3x cubed minus 8x squared plus 3x plus 2. So, paano natin malalaman kung factor ba siya o hindi? Okay, now let us rewrite first the polynomial. So, the polynomial here, p of x is equal to 3x cubed minus 8x squared plus 3x plus 2. So, to prove, we're going to find p of 1. Kasi ang c natin ay 1. So, replace all x's by 1. So, 1 raised to 3 minus 8 times 1 raised to 2 plus 3 times 1 plus 2. Okay. So, 1 raised to 3 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3, right? 1 raised to 2 is 1. 1 times 8 is negative 8. 3 times 1 is 3. And then plus 2. So 3 minus 8, that's negative 5, plus 5 here, so that's 0. So p of 1 is 0. So since, since, ang pangit na sulat. Okay, let me just rewrite it. Okay, since p of 1 is equal to 0, then we can conclude that x minus 1 is a factor of, hindi nakasya sa space natin. 3x squared, 3x cubed minus 8x squared plus 3x plus 2. Okay, that's it. Okay, how about if the question is something like this? Example number 2. Find the value of k for which the binomial x plus 4 is a factor of x raised to 4 plus k x cube minus 4x square. So, hahanap daw tayo ng value ng ating k, ito, kung saan yung ating binomial x plus 4 ay factor nito. So, kapag factor, ang remainder natin ay 0. Tama? So, meaning, to find the value of k, okay, let us rewrite first, no? So, meaning, p of negative 4, so since ang ating c is negative 4, so p of negative 4, that is the same as, we have, yung x natin, papalitan natin siya ng negative 4, di ba? Negative 4 raised to 4, then plus k, and then x is negative 4 raised to 3 minus 4, and then, again, negative 4 raised to 2. So, since x plus 4 is a factor, this means this is equal to 0. Diba? Equate natin siya by 0. 0 na to. Diba? Pag sinolve natin ito, itong nasa right side, that is equal to 0 kasi x plus 4 nga is a factor. So, we can replace that by 0. And then solve. Now, negative 4 raised to 4 is equal to 256. Then negative 4 raised to 3, that's negative 64. So, we have here negative 64k. Tama? Then negative 4 raised to 2, that's positive 16 times 4. So, that's also 64. Negative 64. Okay? Now, using addition property of equality, yung negative 64 natin, magiging na siyang positive 64k kapag napapunta na siya sa left side. And then, ang naiwan is 256 at saka yung isang 64 sa dulo. Now, 256 minus 64, that is equal to 192. Tama? 192. And using multiplication property of equality, we divide both sides by 64. Okay? So, this will be equal to 1. So, tanggal na yon, k na lang. And 192 divided by 64 is 3. Therefore, the value of k is equal to 3. Okay? Now, let us have another example. Okay. So, using factor theorem, use the factor theorem to determine if the given polynomial is a factor of the other polynomial. Okay. So, for example, if we have the given polynomial is 2x raised to 4 minus x cube minus 18x squared, then minus 7, and our divisor is x minus 3. We're going to determine if x minus 3 is a factor of the given polynomial. So to solve that, or to prove or to determine whether it is a factor or not, we have to find p of 3, right? Because our c is 3. Then replace all the x's here by 3. So that's 2 times 3 raised to 4 minus 3 raised to 3 minus 18 times 3 raised to 2 minus 7. Okay? Now, 3 raised to 4, that's equal to 81. Then minus 3 raised to 3, that's 27. Then minus 18, 3 raised to 2, that is 9. Right? Minus 7. Then 2 times 81, that's 162. Then minus 27. Now 18 times 9, that's also 162. Then minus 7. So 0 na to, diba? 0 na. So naiwan na lang is negative 27 and negative 7. Since like sign, we have to add. And that's negative 34. So P of 3 is negative 34. Now, since P of 3 is equal to negative 34, okay, x minus 3 is, is not a factor of 2x raised to 4 minus x cubed minus 18x squared minus 7. Okay? Dapat may then dito. Okay, since P of 3 is equal to negative 34, then x minus 3 is not a factor of 2x raised to 4 minus x cubed minus 18x squared minus 7. Okay, that's it. So that's all for this lesson. I hope you learned something from this lesson. No? So again, let us recap. We have discussed about division of polynomials using either long method or synthetic division. And then we also discussed the remainder theorem. So again, if we divide a polynomial and then we use the value of c, diba, to replace x, whatever comes or whatever the value that we've got, that is our remainder. And for the factor theorem, if our remainder is 0, then we can conclude that the given binomial or the given divisor is a factor of the other polynomial. Okay, that would be all for today. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for watching.